Okay, so today's topic will be business psychology. So I was thinking of providing some tool instead of talking for hours about the concepts. So let us go with a tool, or we can call framework. So that will be easier, that will be beneficial for everyone. So let us start. Right. We might have heard various windows. Yeah. Wooden window, steel window, or aluminum window. So this window, Johari window. There is a window called a Johari window, which will reveal, which will help us to understand ourselves, and it will be helpful for the business as well. So how it is going to help? So that's what we are going to discuss today. Okay. So is there anyone who already aware about Johari window? If it is yes, please type yes. If it is no, please type no. If you are aware about Johari window, what it is about and how it is going to be helpful. Yeah. Okay. So Nasiruddin sir. Yes. It was pleasure meeting Nasiruddin sir today in our office. Thank you, sir. Okay. Fine. If you are not knowing earlier, that will be better. Because some concepts is better not to know early, because we can learn something in a fresh concept. Okay. So what is our biggest concern today? So being a businessman, entrepreneur, so what is our biggest concern in terms of Dubai market, Dubai region? So what will be our challenges we face today? Randomly you can type. So what are challenges we face in business? So there may be various domains, various backgrounds. We may be having different problems, different challenges. So what all challenges we face in day-to-day life? Payment follow-up, yeah, cash collection, staffs, logistics, lead generation, okay, sales, okay, market positioning. So what all challenges we face? Yeah, material supply, wonderful. Yes, material supply, price issues, travel, production. So these are the challenges. So when we analyze customer care, so these are the challenges what we think nowadays, what is there in our mind. So number one, war and conflict. So though it is affected or not affected, so the area, the percentage, what is affected, that is different. But it is there in our mind. So this is one of the challenges what we face. And number two, supply chain. As rightly mentioned, the disrupted routes, delayed shipments, rising costs. So these are all the other issues. Yeah. And employees, the morale, retention, psychological safety. Yeah. So somebody mentioned staff. And customers. The customers' behavior is shifting, they have reduced their spending level and the fear. So these are the concerns. And the cash flow, liquidity pressure and tightening credit conditions. Yeah. And AI and competition. So whatever you have mentioned here, I think it is covered almost all the issues, right? If it is yes, please type yes. So whatever you have typed here, these are the issues. Somehow, this is the issues what we are facing now, especially the region what where we are sitting now. Yeah, where you are all sitting. So these are the concerns. So how can we find a solution with one concept or one framework? How can we find a solution for all these issues? Yeah. So whatever it may be, the house may be very big, but only one small key may help us to get inside, right? The same way, one small framework, the small concept, which will be helping us to find the solution in various aspects. So what is that? So that is called Johari window. So when we hearing the name for the first time, maybe Johari. So what do you think? What can be the Johari? So hearing the name Johari, so what is coming into your mind? So what do you think? What may be the Johari, the name? What does it mean? Tentatively, what is that approximate meaning? So we may connect with. What does it mean, Johari? It looks like some Arabic name, some author. Okay. So does it resemble anything else? The sweet. Okay. Yeah. Johari. It looks like a sweet name. Yeah. Okay. So Johari it is a founder's name. It is abbreviation. It is a founder's name. There were two people who developed this. Yeah, I will discuss about them. So this tool will be very much helpful for the self-awareness, and it will be helping us for interpersonal communication skill. So how we can communicate with each other. So that can be done, and increase our managerial effectiveness, how effectively we can manage our business, our personal life also. So there were two people called Joseph Luft and Harry Ingham. So from Joseph Luft, from Joe and Harry Ingham, they have taken Harry. Instead of Harry, they have taken Harry. So that's how the name was formed, Joe Harry. So it is a combination of, it is a connection of the both the names made together, and Johari was made. So it was developed in US in 1955, and when it was formed, it was called as Johari, and initially it was called as Johari as a two different names. So later on, it was made as one name. The combination of their name, it became Johari. So the why they have mentioned window. So window, how many doors will be there? It depends on the size of the window, isn't it? So this concept is explained through quadrants, 4 quadrants. So normally there are various concepts in psychology or personal development. The 4 quadrants will be used to explain something. These are the 4 quadrants. Like if you take time management, there is a quadrant called Stephen Covey's time management matrix to understand the importance of timing. If you go back, transaction analysis, the self-development tool. So there the life position is explained using 4 quadrants. If you go back, learning quadrant, we'll understand how we are learning. So the quadrants are used in order to understand a concept in a better way. So Johari, it is coming with 4 quadrants like window. So that is why it is called window. There is no connection with the physical window, the word window. Yeah, 4 quadrants, it looks like window. And it was introduced by Johari, it's called a Johari window. Clear? So if the name of the particular framework is clear, can you please type yes? So why Johari window it is called? Joseph, Harry, their name, combination, it made a Johari. And the window means the window, the shape, the 4 quadrants, it is look like a window, it's called window. That is the concept. So how can we use this? It can be used for various purpose, yeah, and to use it in soft skills, behavior change, empathize somebody, for the cooperation, intergroup level, interpersonal development. For everything we can use this. We'll go to the concept now. So there are 4 quadrants I told. What are the 4 quadrants? How it can be used in the business. So before that, how we can use it for the personal development. We'll see that from that we can go to the business mode, so that it will be easier for us to understand. Among these 4 quadrants, the first quadrant is called open self. The first quadrant is called open self. That means there are some information about me, I know, and also others know. There are some information. So what I know, and you also know, others also know. So open self. Known to self, known to others. This is the first quadrant. I know something about me that you also know. That is a common thing. It's an open self. Okay. If open self is in one liner, if it is clear, can you please type O, the open self? Open self means there is some information about me, I know, and others also know. There is no gap. So anybody can tell that. Yeah. So we'll connect with the personal one, and then you'll fit this into the business so that it will be easier for us to understand. Okay. And the second quadrant, it is called blind self. What is blind self? Information about me that I know, that I don't know, but you know. Information about me that I don't know, but you all know. The others all know. So they rarely come and tell that you have this skill. You give better training. You speak well. You sing well. You can do this skill. So when they are telling about this, then I realize, oh, there are something which is the blind self, which I have not noticed. For a long time, I have not noticed. That's why I'm not using that particular skill. I'm not using that particular, I'm not observing that particular attitude, because that is blind self. So the blind self is that So information about you that you don't know, but others know. The unknown to self, that particular person is not knowing about it, and others known to others. This is the second quadrant, blind self. Clear? If the one-liner meaning of blind self, if it is clear, can you please type B? The blind self, the information what you know and others what you don't know but others know. Okay. Number 3, third quadrant, hidden self. The hidden self is that information about you that you know but others don't know. Information about you that you know, about your skill. It may be anything. It may be your skill, about your family, about your job, about your passion, about your travel, whatever it may be. Only you know, but others don't know. So maybe after a couple of years, they come to know that, hey, you have got this skill, you have got this property, or you have got this business. Sometimes, even in the personal relationship, even husband and wife, sometimes they don't know. They think that they know everything about the husband or wife. So after a couple of years, they come to know that they don't know what the husband knows. The husband has not revealed, or wife has not revealed. So these kind of things will be there. So this is called a hidden self. So known to self. This is known to self, unknown to others. Known to self, unknown to others. So what are the benefits and what are the disadvantages we have in each quadrant that we will discuss in detail? The meaning of hidden self, if you are clear, can you please type H? The hidden self is that information about me, I know, but others don't know. I don't want to reveal purposefully or even without my knowledge. I am not focusing on it. So I'm thinking that it's not necessary for others. Or sometimes deliberately I'm not doing that. That can be the reason. Yeah. And the fourth quadrant, unknown self. Information about me, I don't know. You also don't know. Nobody knows. There are many people living in this zone, unknown self. They don't know what is there in the life. They don't know about their skill. They don't know about their business and what they are doing. And others also they don't know. And personal life, so that they don't know anything about them. They're just living. That's all. Because they have come to this world, they're just living, they will die one day. That's all. They will not be having any ambition or any goal. And even they will not be knowing what they can utilize, what all they cannot utilize. So nothing they will be knowing. So they are people living in this zone, which is called unknown self. Information about you that neither you know nor other does know. So this is the fourth quadrant. If the fourth quadrant is clear, can you please type U? This is what Johari window. This is what Johari window. How it will be helping us in the personal life, first of all. First of all, in the personal life, how it is going to help us. Let us take open self, even blind self, or hidden self, or unknown self. So according to you, what do you think? Which quadrant is important here, which has to be addressed immediately, or which will be helping us? Among these four quadrants, so which is important here, where we have to work out in order to develop something? Or which area we should move towards? Which area we should move towards so that the benefit will be there? What will be our objective? According to Johari window, which quadrant we should move? So where the area should be bigger? Where the area should be bigger?
Unknown
The area should be, sir?
Yes, you, unknown self.
Unknown self, we have to work it out. No doubt, we have to work it out. But which area among these four should be bigger in general? So that it will be beneficial for personally for a person and others. Which area should be bigger?
Hidden self.
Open self. Why open self? The open self is the self where whatever you know, when we are talking about open self, it doesn't mean that we will go and reveal all the secrets to others. Open self, there is a limitation. We should know that limit, and we'll be discussing what all we can open, what we should not open, and all these things are there. So where we have the open self more, that means the learning, the transparency, and the knowledge, and the guidance, collaboration, everything happens in the open self. And many times the people they are living there in the blind self or the hidden self, sometimes in the unknown self itself, but the open self is very small. When the open self is very small, even we will not be knowing many things, and we will not be revealing things, and people will not be aware about us personally. As I told, even in the marital disputes and all, mostly we can see. So there are many blind self and hidden self. So a husband is not having the confidence even after getting married 20 years, 25 years. The wife is not having the confidence that my husband is open to me. It doesn't mean that telling all the secrets, whatever that person is having. But whatever you can reveal, whatever you can explore, are you exploring? That is the question what Johari window is asking. That is the question. So the window should be like this. And what we should do in order to minimize the blind area, what we should do to minimize the hidden area, what we should do to minimize that unknown area, so that our open area, that free area will be bigger. First, we'll take the blind area. So the blind area, it will to enlarge, to enhance that open area and reduce the blind area. The only way to decrease the blind area and increase the open area is taking the feedback and solicitation. The genuine feedback, what a person is thinking about me in a relationship, both husband or wife, even the parents, children. So why do we have the confusion? We don't understand what that person is having, what that person is having the skill or the knowledge or the attitude. So we have to reveal. Even that person should come forward. Suppose if I am having the blind area, I may not be knowing. So when I will be knowing, when somebody tells, is there anyone who is ready to come and give the feedback? Nobody will give. That is the point. They will not be giving the feedback, and we'll have to go and ask. So how? What is my character? What is my strength? What is my weakness? The perception may be different. That is okay. Whether we are taking or not taking, we are considering or not considering is different. Are we seeking? Are we seeking the feedback? Are we asking the people? In a personal relationship, are we checking with the husband or wife or the parents or the close friends? So what are my strengths and what are my weaknesses? No. So how can we reduce that blind area? So lifelong we are not knowing what I have to correct. There may be some character, some attitude I want to change. I should change, but I'm not changing because nobody told me. They are not ready to tell unless and until we come forward with the open mind that I'm ready to change. Please tell me what I should change. No one will tell. So, in order to reduce that blind area to go towards the open area, we should be in a position to with the open mind and go and ask, so what all things, strengths and weaknesses you can see in me, so that gradually we come out, we'll be in a position to understand and go towards the open area. And the hidden area, how we can increase, how we can decrease the hidden area and go towards the open area. Self-disclosure and exposure. Disclosure, exposure. We have to expose. We have to tell the people. This is my nature. This is my thing. This is how I love you. This is how I care. This is how I consider things. We don't share in a relationship. So many times, most of the time, we can connect this personally with the family members, especially with the mother and father. So mother's love is felt. Mother's love is felt because she always tells. She doesn't have any hidden area. She just open. Whatever she does, she tells openly. So this is how I have brought up. I have a upbringing. So whatever I have done for you. So this is how I have spent. This is how I sacrificed. This is how I done all these things. Mother tells everything. So everybody is celebrating mother because she doesn't have any hidden area. She doesn't want to hide. First of all, she will not be knowing how to hide. That is a different problem. But she will not be keeping anything. She will be telling everything, including the secret. But the secret part, we have to keep it secretly. There is a place in Tanjavur, near Tanjavur. So there, the people of that particular village I have seen. Some of my friends are there. So they will be going and telling everyone. If you are telling a secret to somebody, this is a secret, don't tell. What that person will do, that person will go to the another person and tell, this is a secret, but don't tell anyone. This is very secret. You have to keep it secret. That person will go to the other person and will tell, this is seriously secret, but you should not tell anyone. That person will go to the other person. So it will go like this, and finally it will come to the person who initially told the secret. This is not the thing. The secret means secret. Secret means only with me, not with others. It should not go to the second person. If it goes to the second person, that is no more secret. So the meaning of the secret is something different. Yeah. So we believe that telling everyone And keeping it secret, that's not a secret. Secret means secret. But life is not in the secret one. There are many things which can be revealed, which has to be told. Otherwise, interpersonal relationship will not be there. This is the biggest problem in personal life. Even after living for many years, people are not aware about the people who are there living with them. So once they die, once they go away, till that person is getting the divorce notice, the person is not aware that he has not disclosed anything about him. He has not expressed his love because it is not felt by the other person because it was not expressed. That is the concept. A few months back, I was meeting one of the businessmen, and he was telling one thing. Please introduce yourself. When I was about to introduce, he told one thing. You have to introduce the way you should not hide anything. That means due to the humbleness and whatever you have achieved, whatever you are doing, and you should not control yourself and you should tell everything. Whatever you want to tell, whatever you have done, whatever you are doing now, I want you to tell everything. Don't hesitate. Don't feel the thing that you are humble and not to hide anything because I want to put forward for some business community for some purpose. That were really that made me to open from the hidden area towards him. Suppose if I'm not opening there, what will happen? So thinking that I am a very humble and I should tell only these things and I'm doing this and that will not be helping for him. That will not be helping for me also. So that I liked it very much because so he openly he knew that because when we are introducing for the first time, we'll not be telling everything. But he wanted me to tell everything because the hidden. That's why the hidden area went towards the open area. So this is how we can increase the open area from the hidden area. And the fourth one, yeah. And the fourth one, so this kind of unknown area. Unknown area is others' observation. So we can reveal whatever is there and we can tell the people and we can seek guidance. We can seek the feedback. So everything it can be done. So both the things, whatever we are doing from the in the blind area and the hidden area. So when we keep on doing, automatically the open area will be bigger. So this is how it can be done for the personal life, how it can be used for the business. So unless and until we have the clarity about the tool, so how it can be used for the business, it may not be clear. Yeah. The concept of Johari window, what the four quadrants are explained. If you are clear, can you please type yes? So the public self or the open self should be bigger. To reduce the blind self, we have to seek feedback. To reduce the private self, that means the hidden area, we have to disclose. When we are doing this together, the unknown self will be reduced. This is the concept. Okay. So how we can relate with the business? How we can relate with the business? So we will come to the concept. The openness is actually risky. It has got a potential cost and rewards. There is no doubt. So whatever you open, there is a potential cost. We should know what we should open. By opening it, will there be any benefit or not? So that we have to know. And sharing our feeling, it will be helping us to build the relationship. It may be for personal, it may be for the business. Sharing with whom? There are some information it can be shared with the customers. There are some information it can be shared with the employees and the partners or the customers. So where what information has to be shared. So by knowing that we can share and sharing too much or sharing little. So both will be sometime not acceptable. We have to know according to the situation how it can be shared. So this is how the openness can be maintained. The open area, many times in the business, is it open to everyone? Is it visible? Is it shared or mutually understood? And including our company policies. How many of you are having the clarity or how many of you are having the confidence that our company policies and our company's vision mission statement is aware to all the employees? If you are clear, can you please type yes? The purpose of the company, the purpose of the organization, the objective of the company. So what you are doing, is it open to the people who should know about it? Yeah. So when they are not aware about the vision, what I am having, how my employees will be working for the organization? How do they know the strategy? What are the values? Business can be there for many purposes. What are the values I have towards this business? What is my commitment? What is my performance? Especially in crisis, this quadrant will be very much helpful. We have to focus on it. The single most important, the powerful quadrant, transparency. It's not a weakness because we are not going to open which is secret. Secret is something different. The transparency is something which people who are there in that particular category, it may be the employees, or it may be the customers, it may be the partners, it may be the government. So whatever they are supposed to know, are they aware? The many times the confusion comes here. So they are not aware what they're supposed to know. So the open area for the business is very much important. So that will increase the trust. So many times, many businesses may face difficulties during the crisis, even in the normal situation. And the employees, if they want to understand the situation honestly, if we are not providing we are not focusing on the open area, if we are not focusing, and there will be rumors, so there will be a fear, and they will not be committing towards the mission. So when we tell whatever happens, so this is our vision, this is our mission, this is what we are going to do, this is the situation, this is how we are going towards. Because many times employees who are working, so they have the fear mindset about their job. So we may be having the confidence, or we may be knowing the background, we may be having the experience of 20 years, 30 years, 50 years. But the employees who are there in that particular concept, knowing the situation or thinking about the situation by having the rumor, so they may get fear. The fear mindset, if you want to go, then and we have to put them into the open area. Whatever is possible, that has to be there. The same way customers. The customers also. There are many things. We may be struggling to satisfy the customers sometime, but whatever and to what extent we should communicate with them, and without making them insecure or feeling disturbed, and thinking that whether loyalty is followed, whether it will be okay, whether I should continue with this company, whether we should continue with the supplier. So the customer should have the trust, whether we are open or not. Whatever is going on inside the organization, whatever they are supposed to know, are we communicating? So when we start communicating, so that will become that will give the confidence to the customers. Many times the investors are the partners who are invested, who are there, the stakeholders of the business. Even if it is risky, there are some factors to express, to tell whatever is required, so that we can express. So that will create that interpersonal communication, that will create that trust. So that can be done. And apart from the investors, inside the partners, maybe the board level people, so who are all there, are supply chain partners, the suppliers. Yeah. So are they aware about the situation, about the payment? So whatever is the situation. So when we tell them that the actual thing, what we can tell, so they will be having the confidence. They will develop the trust. So this is how the open area will be helping in business. And people should, when we are not providing sufficient information, so which will increase their confidence, automatically the rumors and fear, it will be there. And many times the organizations are collapsing because of the unnecessary fear. The MD of the company, the founder of the company may have the confidence about the business, and they may have the backup, but they may not be knowing. We don't have to tell the backup, but should give the confidence that you are safe. You don't have to be there in the fear mindset. So this is how the open area will be helpful. Yeah. And quadrant to the blind area. And many times we have many skills. Even the employees, what they have, the customers, what they have, and how they are seeing us. And we have a perception. Whatever happened in the past, based on that, we have the perception. It is developed from the past businesses. And we are thinking that this is how my employees are thinking about my business. It may not be the true. Why? So they were thinking in that way, maybe 1 year back, 2 years back. What is their mindset now? And we may have the good customer backup, but when? And the customer's reputation, maybe 6 months before, 1 year before, or 2 years before. We will not be checking it periodically, and we will be having in mind that employees and customers, they have the same thought what you were thinking earlier. The same way market also. Whatever market survey we have done, whatever was there in the market, our position, and we are thinking that still it is same. Unless and until we are not opening that blind area, we are ready to explore it, and we will not be knowing. So being a leader, so we cannot see the situation every time the same, especially during a crisis, and we should keep on working on the blind spots. Without that, it may be dangerous for a business, and there will be a huge gap. There is no business which will be collapsing in a day. So gradually the changes will be there, but we will not be noticing. That we call it ecology frame. The ecology we keep on checking. Ecology means what is happening in and around me. So I'm involved in the business. So this in business is going on in a smooth level or not, and what is happening. So people who are there with me are happy. So whatever is there in my circumstance and environment, I should know. And over the night, nothing happens. So gradually it started happening here and there. And overall, in one day, we are coming to know in one day, but the things are happening gradually. So is there any blind area where we can work it out? For that, we can have interaction with the people. We can have the market survey. We can find various options to explore it. So how we can explore it? So keep on asking, what am I missing about the market shifts? Periodically, there will be shift. The customer behavior, there will be a shift. And there could be the signals we will be getting. Many times we don't take lessons from the signals, especially sales. And we have the fear mindset, and we want to improve, but we are not working on the data. And whatever we are, most of the time we work on the fear and the emotion. Emotionally, when the crisis or any kind of situation comes, immediately emotionally we think that we are weak. It's not like that. There are many positive things are there. Many opportunities are there. And it's not that everybody is ignoring. And what is happening actually? I should have this question, what am I missing about market shifts? So it cannot be same. It will not be same. That we have to believe. So when we believe and explore, and the blind area will be going towards the open self. And what are customers seeing that I am not? In general, what is happening in the market? So the customer experience now and earlier completely maybe different. So the shopping, the surveys, and the social listening, and going towards the survey. So this will be helping us to find out what exactly customers are seeing that I'm not doing now, and how I can check, how I can fill that gap. That can be done. And what are employees afraid to tell me? The biggest issue is here. And no employee is coming forward and telling that I'm facing this problem and I'm going to resign. And they will be having inside, and that will be there in the mind for years, sometimes weeks, months, and finally one day they'll take a decision. And are they open? And am I giving a space, or am I looking after? I'm checking what is happening there. So what are employees afraid to tell me? So the psychological safety. So most of the time during the crisis, the psychological safety is the concern there. The job security. So we can check what all things they are thinking. In strategy wise, if you want to change something, that we can do. So that is the concept. And we can keep on taking the feedback. That means checking what can be improved. And when we are taking the feedback, or when we are giving the feedback to others, there are few things that we have to keep it in our mind. And even when we are seeking the feedback, we should seek in this level. So many times the feedback we are receiving, how is the business good? How is the business marvelous? How is the business wonderful? No, this is not the feedback. And we should be in a position to tell specifically, not a generic way. The descriptive feedback. So this is good, this is bad. Even when we are in the organization, when we are giving feedback to somebody, so we should not tell that everything is good and fine and all these things are common. But that may help us to motivate. But for learning, it will not be helping. Even for the employees, when you are giving feedback about their job, yeah, descriptive feedback. So these are the things you are doing better, and these are the things that you have to improve. And that also should be there in the data-based. We should always give the feedback with the data, specifically. Not in the impressionistic way, that means the emotional way. We may be having the emotion, but in the feedback, that should not be affecting. And sometimes we will be thinking that the general feedback will be helping. The general feedback will not help. A couple of years back, I was traveling with one trainer. And when he was attending my session for 1 or 2 session, he was telling that the session it is good. Something we could have added. The first day he told. The other day also he was telling something he could have added. Then the third session again he told something. I asked, what is that something? What is that something? If you are not in a position to tell what is that something, you better don't give the feedback. This feedback will not be helping me, isn't it? So many times we give the feedback in that way. Feedback should be very specific. Then only I can improve myself, right? When I am telling somebody also the same thing. This is okay, this is not okay. This is fine. This is the area for improvement. We should not tell that this is a mistake. This is the area for improvement that you can improve. We don't have to tell that it's a negative, this is a mistake. You don't have to tell. Everybody commit mistake. You don't have to tell that this is a mistake. So it is good and area for improvement. These things you can improve. Then the person will be in a position to accept the feedback. Yeah. And the feedback reinforcing new positive behavior. Give the feedback to the employees. Give the feedback to the customers. Customers may give feedback. So how they are a good customer? Give the feedback in that way. And whenever we are giving feedback, it's better to give in a suggestive way, not the prescriptive way. This, and you have to change. No, that is not a feedback. This is suggestion should be there, especially when we are dealing with the customers. When the customers are dealing with that, they may come up with the prescription. These things you have to do, but we should be taking in that way, the subscriptive way, so suggestive way, that what we can implement, what we cannot implement. Because whenever we receive the feedback in two ways. One is opinion. We are receiving the feedback in two ways. The one way is opinion. The other way is with the fact. When they are talking about the dealing, especially the customers, we should not get confused about the feedback, what they have the opinion. Many times this is the confusion what we have. When they are telling this could have done this way, this could have been done this way, and you could have added this one. But according to our company status, our policy, what all things we can do, that we can do, that we will do. So the opinion will be different, but the fact is something different. So what is fact? There may be some mistake happened visibly. So when India got freedom in 1987, Gandhiji told something. What he told? He used a phrase. What is that? Is there anything mistake in my sentence now? What I told? Is there any mistake?
1987. Yeah, you said 1987, the freedom. Yes, purposely you made.
1987. Okay. So I use the word 1987. India not got freedom in 1987. It was in 47, right? So this is the fact. When somebody is telling that you were telling 1987, I cannot tell. I'm right. This is not the opinion. This is the fact. If there is any problem visibly, which can be proved, data based in a specific way, so that is fact based. So we cannot consider both the feedbacks as the same. They both are different. Because when you want to remove that area, blind area, when you want to go towards the open area from the blind area, so there are possibilities that we may get many opinions. It is their opinion only. When we started considering the opinion, and we will not be in a position to run the company. And what is the fact behind that? To know the fact, and we should have the data. So what is actually happening? So this way we can do continuous feedback. We can seek and we can give to the employees, and need based whenever we need, especially during crisis and all. We should always keep that feedback from the customer, from the employees, from the stakeholders. So what is happening? What should we improve? All these things should be there. And it will be whenever we're giving feedback, it should be in a position to help somebody. So when they are giving the feedback, they may not be knowing it. But when we are giving feedback to the people, so that should be there in a position to help us. And any feedback, it should be in a position to modify the behavior. So when somebody is telling me this one can be done this way, so that should be helping me to modify it. The next time I should not do it if it is right, if it is a data based. And checked and verified feedback. Anything, whatever they tell, we don't have to follow. So we'll check before accepting it and how we can do it. And the well-timed feedback, giving feedback in time is very much important. So we might have seen people, so they'll be waiting for our loss. They'll be waiting for our failure. So after we fail, they are coming and telling, I knew it earlier that you will fail. I knew it that it will not work. That will not be helping. So even here, in the forum, when we are there, so when we know that something is not going well, when something has to be improved, so that the well-timed feedback is very much important for our organization to continuously run without struggling. And after collapsing or after making some problem, if you go and give feedback somewhere and nobody will accept, and there is no use. Yeah. So the well-timed feedback should be there. That is the concept, right? The third quadrant, hidden area. That means I know, but others don't know. And some of us may be thinking, even before Johari window, I was also having the same impression. I should be a mystery and nobody should know me. And I should be a person who cannot be evaluated, yeah, and judged. But that is okay. Where? People who are there outside in my zone. But people there in my family, people in my business, people who are connected with my business, who are associated in various aspects in my business. So I cannot tell that. I should be in a position to reveal and tell. So what is happening here? What is your strategy? What is the sensitive negotiation? What are the things connected with that? That will avoid that fear mindset, and they will be coming to know, yes, these are the things which will be happening. And because people mostly they are in the stressful situation because they are not aware about you, or they are not aware about your business. So this can be connected with the business promotion also. How long you have been doing the business? I have been doing for 25 years. Who knows? Even 25 people, they don't know. They have been doing, but they don't promote. Their visibility is not there. Why are you hiding yourself doing the business? Because they think that it's not important. I have limited customers. It is okay for me. No. So the business should grow. And you have the idea of growing. Is it okay in my circle when I am telling my company name? Is everybody knows? If they don't know that I am in the hidden area somehow, they may be directly connected or not connected with my business, and they may give any referral or not. But are they aware about my business or my brand? What am I doing? Are they aware? Whether they are directly helping or not? No, no problem. And they should aware. And many businesses they don't have the visibility. Are using the right platform for the visibility that will be helping. So the hidden area, so the concealment in crisis, especially the financial crisis, there may be the financial cash pressures. And when we are not revealing, so it will be difficult to pay the suppliers, sometimes the salary wise. Actual problem, most of the times it's not happening because of the financial issues. It is happening because we don't reveal the actual situation and how it can be handled. And when we know in advance, when we are facing it, that the appropriate level we can expose and we can tell them what is happening so that they will be in a position at least to understand. So that can be done. The level to what extent we can tell that is depending on the business, depending on the situation. The succession planning. So we are having some issues now. And what we are going to do next. And what are the plans we have. So they can follow. Because without having a goal, without thinking about some future aim and all, we will not be in a position to go towards that with the energy. So that is the concept. And the leadership burnout. So we may have a lot of stress, we may have a lot of pressure. So sharing with people and having a discussion with them, so that will be helping us. So this is the concept what we can connect with that quadrant. When we focus on all these things, yeah. This we have seen. And one example I wanted to give about the openness. Emirates, many companies we can give reference here, considering the time. The Emirates Airlines, especially during the crisis, so they have made everything clear and open. And many of you may acknowledge this news, yeah, this message. And there were no gaps. The travelers they were getting the information, so the whatever was there, so it was transparent. Before they think about some situation, they were updating. So what is happening, so what is the situation now, and what all things we can do, because this is what actually people who are there with us want to know. So when we are not expressing it and telling it, then they are getting confused and the rumors spread. So wherever the communication stopped, the rumor spread or the fear spread. These are the two things will happen. So this we can keep it about the third quadrant. Yeah. And unknown area, very important area where we should work. When I don't know about something, then how will I know? So when we work on these two areas, the blind area and hidden area, automatically the zone will be open and it will be going to the open area. For that, we should keep on asking ourselves. We should keep on discover ourselves. And we should always know what is there in the market, which I have not seen, which I have not felt, which I have not entered. Many times you will be thinking that I have already know this, already following this, already follow nothing. There may be many things that we are not explored using the AI and all. It's a challenge what we have discussed, but AI is the biggest resource now. So what I have to implement, what I have to incorporate, what I am not knowing, what is there in the business. So this one only we will come to know when we have discussion with the various people. So DBC is the wonderful platform for this kind of things, because many times many might have felt this one after joining a DBC kind of platform. You might have moved towards the open area. So what is that one experience? If anyone share, yeah, you can type also in short. So what is that one thing you came to know after joining DBC? From the fourth quadrant to first quadrant, you move towards this one point, the benefit, which was not there, but I explored and I could do this level to this level. Is there anything? It may be anything business related. Personally, from this fourth quadrant to first quadrant, I have gone. The confidence, wonderful. That's what I'm asking. It is it's not necessarily a materialistic one. The confidence, I am not alone. I am not alone. There are people behind. There are people with me. So there are people, 100 people, 200 people are there. Whenever I need some support, so they will be in a position to support. Yeah, the confidence level. What is the consistency? So we may be having various commitments. The consistency to spend some time for our developments. Yeah, getting opportunity. We were thinking that whatever I know, whatever we already follow, so that is the concept which will be required. So now we have that, we are coming to know. So there are opportunities. We can do the smart work by collaborating, have the positive work, improve the knowledge. Yeah. So all these things are happening. It is not like there is a word in English called synergy. Many of you might have heard this word. Very important. Synergy. It's not about 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So synergy is about 11. I may be having some positive things. You may be having something positive. So both together, it will not give 2. It will be giving 11. So that's why we are sitting here. That is how we are improving. So everybody has got some positive things. When we join together, so we can make changes. So especially in the fourth quadrant, crisis always we see in the negative aspect, but actually crisis has given many things to this world. So when we talk about the crisis, the first thing what we'll remember is COVID. COVID has given something which we'll never forget. Yeah, the number one, the food delivery, the boom, the usage of online. Yeah, so that was very much helpful for us, because whenever there is a issue, there is a pressure, there is a need, our mind will start coming out of it. Yeah, and the online education. And most of the time I used to share with everyone, COVID was the biggest problem for many companies. COVID has saved me. COVID has given many opportunities because of online education. So around 500 students are studying in our institution now through online across the world. Yeah, 4 batches. And it is not at all possible in a physical class. Because across the world, how can we go and take the programs under the classes and all? But different people, different background, different area. So all these things, it is possible. We can minimize the cost, maximum benefit. Yeah, less effort, maximum benefit, flexible learning, flexible timing. So these are all we can never think. The same way, in this particular situation, whenever we're facing crisis, whenever we're thinking that something is wrong, there may be something good that we have to explore. So the online education, that was the opportunity which was there for me. I have grabbed it. And there are many trainers, till now they are thinking that online will not work. Online will not work. Online training will not be impressive. And I can definitely tell that online training sometimes better than the offline training. And even our students, they used to tell. Why? The offline training, sometimes you may have distraction. Online training, if you are really serious, online training is a gift because you'll be focusing, like speaking to somebody very close, unlimited time. Yeah, you can sit anywhere and you can have the world's best education. So everything has changed. The remote consulting, now the doctors and all the doctors. So we can never imagine before COVID. So all the doctors, they sit, we can take the consultation. We don't have to go in Chennai, especially if you want to go somewhere and get a consultation. So doctor's fees maybe 1,000 or 1,500, and going and coming and the timing. So doctor will be speaking for 10 minutes, but going and coming, it will take 3-4 hours. So all these things we saved because of the remote consulting. So like COVID, so many crises, whatever crisis happens, that will be helping us to develop. So the fourth quadrant, so focus on the second and third quadrant, automatically will be, the fourth quadrant will be reduced and will be going towards the first quadrant. That is the concept. So what all things I can do, what all questions I can raise so that I will be coming out of, or maybe utilizing that quadrant or handling that quadrant in a better way. So there are some questions which will be helping us in each quadrant to develop. Number one, the open area questions. What personal qualities do others appreciate in me? This one you can put it in the business. Yeah. Everybody can type in 1 or 2 points. So that will be helping others to know what is happening. Yeah. What not, we'll forget about personal here. What business qualities in your business? What business qualities do others appreciate in you, in your business? In anything you want, any prime. This is the thing what everybody is appreciating. It may be the staff, it may be the customer, the one thing, the professional way. Wonderful. That's what I'm asking. What is that one thing you can remember immediately that thinking about your company? The respect, the innovation. Yeah. So it's not the same what we are doing. So we're doing something different. That's why they remember us. Yeah. What are my values and goals that I openly talk about? So you may be having some values and goals. And if you want to tell in one word to your employees, to the customer, and why the business, why I should do a business, what is making me do a business, what is that value that you are giving, what is the value you are holding? Yeah, to empower people. Wonderful. What is the value? I can do business for many purpose. To empower people. Yeah. And how do I usually communicate in a group or team? So this is the question. The way how I communicate. And how do others see as my strength, and do I agree? This one you can put in your business. How others seeing your business as a strength? What is a strength in your business? Do you agree with that? What are the strengths you can have it from the customers and the people? So when they tell that, you will be in a position to find out better communication. Yeah, there is no gap. Wonderful. There is no gap. This is the strength. Reliable. That is the strength. I may be doing many things, but what is that they felt? How do I respond to praise or criticism in public? So this is a question for the self-reflection. When somebody is responding, criticizing, criticism, of course. So first of all, people who know us, they will not be criticized in public. In general, personal or professional, no criticism in public. But even if they criticize, so take it in a sporty way. But when we give feedback, when we want to criticize, or when we want to tell somebody, that should not be done in public. When somebody is pricing us in public, accept it. Because many times we think that it's a humble nature that you will not be accepting. No. When somebody is telling your product is good, don't tell them, no. It's okay. When somebody is telling us your thing is good, no mention. No thanks. No. Yes, welcome. Thank you. What happens when we are not collecting that appreciation, when we are ignoring it, and gradually we will not be getting the appreciation. This used to happen. When somebody is pricing about us, when somebody is telling some positive things about us, and we should be in a position to accept it, so that the next time also we'll be getting that appreciation. What habits or traits do I consistently display? What kind of habits or traits that I am consistently doing? What common interests or values do I share with others? So am I sharing my interest, the values to the employees and the customers? So why I'm here, why this business, what I am doing? So these questions, when we are asking, each and every question will make us to go towards the open area. Is there any other question we can do? Is there any other question we can ask so that the open area will be bigger, which will be beneficial for us and others? Yeah, we can think about it. And the next is blind spot. Asking the reflective question. How can I come out of that blind area? What do others know about me that I may not be aware of? What do others know about my business that I may not be aware of? Now, answering this question, knowing this concept of blind spot, something will be there in your mind now that you have that nature in a business, but you were not aware when you are thinking about it. Maybe now you are coming to know. Is there anything now you can find out? There may be something which you did not know that you realize that it may be there, or you know that already is there, but the level now only you are coming to know that that is there, but I am not aware, but people know that. Is there anything you can find out? That the blind area which you are thinking that it was not explored, which was not asked, which was not found, that we can find now, so that we can think. This question will make us to tell. Yeah. What feedback have I received that surprised me? Because many times we got the surprises. So we'll talk about the business, we'll talk about the personal also. Is there anything, any nature, any habit or any attitude about you somebody told at some point that it was surprised you? That may be directly helping the business or not? What is that one thing you heard from somebody at some point which you are not paying attention, which you are not aware, that after knowing only you come to know that that is very important, that I didn't know earlier? Good mentor, okay. The mentorship. So I'm a good mentor, but I'm not aware that I'm a good mentor. So when somebody says that, yes, that we could realize. Yeah. Do I interrupt or dominate conversations without realizing? That is the point. When somebody is telling, and we should not interrupt or should not dominate, and should thinking that that everything is fine. So let it come. Whether accepting or not accepting is different. So when we are stopping it, sometimes it happens with the stakeholders, sometimes comes from the customers, sometimes comes from the employees. But we don't want to listen at all, thinking that everything is fine. And let them come up with anything, even in the negative thing, whether it's opinion or fact, that we will decide. If it is fact, we will correct it. If it is opinion, let the opinion be there. But at least we will know that the people are thinking in that way. Yeah, that we can ask this question: how do I come across differently than I intend? So how I can come across, that we can explore. Are there any patterns in feedback I have dismissed? That means seeking feedback, writing feedback, and the way how you are seeking the feedback, that I have dismissed. So there are in some situations that we will not be interested in taking the feedback. So am I doing anything like that? Yeah. So what do people hesitate to tell me directly? This is very important point. It may be the customer or the employees. Actually, the blind spot is lying there because of this. Many times they don't want to tell unless and until there is a problem visibly noticed. They will not be telling, and they'll be telling, yes, I have also noticed 5 years back. I have also noticed last year, but I was hesitant to tell this. Then by the time we'll be losing many things. So is there any space to tell for them to tell? Do others find me approachable or intimidating? So am I stopping them, or am I approachable? The mode may be different. Sometimes if you are not in a position to listen it, if you don't have that much of patience or that much of the concept to accept it, so put it in the paper, put it in the letter way, put it in WhatsApp or anything, so where in which way you can be approachable. So that has to be there, so then only the blind spot can be reduced. And the hidden area, again the reflective question, we can ask, what personal values or beliefs do I really rarely share, which I have to share but I'm not sharing? You can think about it. So this is what I want to share. So now you can tell one point, knowing about the hidden area, something you wanted to tell your employees or the customers or the stakeholders that you want to make this clear. What is that one? It may be anything. It may be anything. That one thing you want to tell these people that this is how we are running, this is our policy, this is our values, this is our beliefs, this is our objective. The transparency, yeah. Telling them that this is a transparency. This is how the company runs. They may be thinking that everything is secret. The company position, wonderful. Many times it happens with the business people. We may be thinking in mind 2-3 people for the next position. But we will not be telling them. If we tell, then he may demand a salary increase, or he may show attitude or something like that will be there in the mind. But when we are having people in mind, at some point when they are putting the paper only, will come to know that they are going. But we may have a lot of explanation. We may convince them, but they will not be convinced because they have already taken the decision. So what will be their position after 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, and how this company will be helpful for them? Have we expressed this? Hiding within us, so they will not be having the confidence that can be done. And what am I afraid others might judge me for? Sometimes we may be something I'm holding because I may think that they may judge. So just realize it. We don't have to tell everything. So whether I'm having something like that, is there anything deliberately I hide? So in the business, suppose if you are deliberately hiding, if it is secret, fine. If something that you are not getting the situation, but you thought that it is not important. So if you are telling now, it will be giving a better relationship, so that we can think about it. And what all insecurities or fears do I carry silently? That may be there. So that we can deal with the consultant, that we can speak to the mentors. So what kind of changes we can do, what kind of solutions can be taken, so that we can discuss. And what past experiences shape how I interact with others. Most of the time, the hidden area is wide because the past experiences are stopping us not to reveal anything. Whatever is supposed to be revealed, whatever is supposed to be exposed, that also we don't do, thinking that that may be negative one. So the past is something different. So now, according to the present, we can evaluate and do it. Is there something I wish people understood about me? So if anything people are not aware, that we can tell, so that they will be coming towards the open area. Yeah, that we can go towards the open area. What support could I receive if I opened up more? So many times the employees, they may be limiting their potential, thinking that we are not expecting. We can tell them, this is how I see you. This is how I expect. This is how you can improve. This is how company will improve. So when we are telling the expectation openly, and they will be in a position to open up and cooperate. So that we can do. This is for the hidden one. The fourth one is the unknown area. There are a lot of questions we can ask, because very important area. What triggers my emotions unexpectedly? Sometimes we will not be knowing what is there, what is not there. When there are something which will be triggering, maybe some product or some situation. So when it is triggering, we will come to know that there are something which I am not aware. When we are facing some difficult situation, only we'll come to know I am not aware about this policy. I am not aware about the law. So we should keep on thinking what kind of problems, what kind of triggers we are having. Are there hidden strengths I have not been explored? So maybe for personal and business, there are many strengths we may be having, but we not explored or not expressed. What challenges help me to grow in unexpected ways? How what are challenges in the past to grow? The same way, how I can think about it. And do I have a talent I haven't tested or developed? Is there anything talent I have, but I have never felt I have not developed? Even in the same product line, we may be having various aspects, but we have not explored it. So what is that? How do I behave under extreme stress and crisis? That is also important thing. Because in a business, emotional management is important, and where we are busting out. So when you are not managing our emotions, sometimes that may create negative issues. So how I am balancing in my stress in the crisis situation? And what beliefs or patterns may come from early life experience I haven't examined? That means the limiting belief. There are many limiting beliefs. Unless and until we clear the limiting beliefs, it will be there like unfinished business. In psychology, we use a word called unfinished business. Unfinished business. That means what has happened to me in the past that I have not rectified it, or that I have not come out of it. That will not be telling outside, that will not be showing outside, that I'll be keeping it inside. So most of the time we have the unlimited, the limiting beliefs from the childhood. So whatever limiting belief I may have, so I'm not enough. I cannot speak. I cannot run a business. I cannot develop like some big businessman. And I have some limitation. So these are the limiting belief. So without clearing that limiting belief, without clearing that unfinished business which is there, which is stopping us, and we will be getting confused. So that we have to examine, is there anything that in my life personally affected? Because the personally whatever is affected, that will affect the business life. Whatever issues are facing in marital life, that will be affecting in the business life. Is there anything emotionally I am facing problem? So those questions can be asked. And what feedback or experiences have helped me to uncover something new about myself in the past? Some feedback or feedback from somebody, the aspect of feedback when I asked, so it was helping me. The same thing should keep on repeating. Then only we'll be in a position to close that the fourth quarter and go towards the first quarter. Yeah. So these are the way how we can go towards the first quarter and get the benefit. And there are some general questions. This will be helpful for us. So what do you think is something I do well that I might not notice? So that will be helping us. So there are something I do better, but I am not noticing. Is there anything you think I should be more open about? Still, I have not done something, what I can do. So each and every quadrant will be good, and it will be going towards the first quadrant. What is something you think I could do to be a better communicator? That means the hidden area will be open. And can you describe a time you saw a strength in me I didn't realize? So we can ask ourselves and we can ask others. So this is the way how we can go towards the open area. Open area will be beneficial for us and others to build the relationship, not only the personal relationship and also the business relationship. With all this, we conclude now. Thank you so much.